I'm Dave, and this is Austin's Kamado Joe Masterclass. The price of beef has been going up for a while now, and it's starting to change the way people shop. I'm at Texas Beef Traders in Lakeway, Texas, talking to Darin. So Darin, if I want to enjoy a great steak, but I'm on a budget, what do you recommend?
The flat iron. So that is a cut that comes off the blade. And again, that one is very thin because it just sits on the blade. We portion them down to about 8 ounces each. That steak, super flavorful and very tender, very tender. Our preferred method, because it is thinner, is either hot in a cast iron or again on flame.
So Darin gave us the background on the flat iron. Let's take a closer look at this steak before we do anything to it. The flat iron comes from the top blade, the shoulder area of the cow. It sits on the blade bone, which is why it's naturally thin, and why Darin portions these down to 8 ounces. That's not a small steak. Now here's something that surprises most people about the flat iron. It's the second most tender cut, right behind the tenderloin. Think about that, number 2 in tenderness. Look at this marbling. That's where the flavor comes from. The preparation of this cut is simple because it has enough natural flavor and enough marbling that it doesn't need much. Kosher salt and coarse black pepper, the Texas way. That's all this cut needs. The salt is doing more than adding flavor. It draws moisture to the surface that dissolves back into the meat, and that process tenderizes as it seasons. It's called dry brining, and it's the single easiest upgrade you can make to a steak. Season this the night before and let it sit uncovered on a rack in the refrigerator. The surface will dry out, and that gives you a dramatically better crust on the grill. I invite you to check out my Kamado Joe Owner's Handbook. This is a 100-plus page book that I've written that covers everything that you need to know about operating the Kamado Joe. It includes setup, seasoning, temperature control, troubleshooting, maintenance, and a lot of other pro tips and techniques. The setup for the flat iron is direct high heat, no deflector plates. Let the Kamado Joe warm up for about 15 minutes at 500 degrees before cooking. The ceramic needs that time to heat up. If you put the steak on too early, you will not get a good crust. Okay, the flat iron goes directly over the coals. Now step back and leave it alone. Don't press on it, don't move it. Let the grate do its job. Because this is a thin cut, we're moving fast. 2.5 to 3 minutes on the first side. The release test applies here. If you try to lift it and it resists, it's not ready. Give it another 30 seconds and try again. When the crust is set, it will lift up easily. I'm targeting medium rare, an internal temperature of 125 to 130 degrees. With a thin cut like this, it goes fast and it will continue to rise a few degrees off the grill. Flip it once, 2.5 minutes on the other side. Then check the temperature. 127. Okay, these are coming off right now. They're off the grill and then we let them rest. Because this is so thin, 5 minutes is enough. Always cut a flat iron across the grain. There it is. That's what a flat iron looks like when it's done right. Tenderloin level texture at a fraction of the cost. If you want to know where to find a flat iron steak near you, your best bet is a local butcher. If you live in Austin, give Texas Beef Traders a call. They'll help you out. Hey, if you liked the video, let me know and please subscribe. And watch my Kamado Joe 101 playlist right now.